What's up YouTube? It's the one and only Division 18 and welcome back to another video. So Kirk Cousins, somehow, someway in these last two seasons, without signing a long-term deal to the Washington Redskins, has become one of the highest paid players in NFL history through his first 6 seasons. Well, we all know the somehow part. It's because of his franchise tags over the last 2 seasons that total just around $44 million. And becoming the first quarterback in NFL history to be placed on a franchise tag 2 seasons in a row. And while some Redskins fans and NFL analysts believe that Kirk Cousins has done enough to earn a long-term deal, or that he hasn't done enough to earn a long-term deal, it only matters what the Washington Redskins organization sees in Kirk Cousins. And if it's not enough and franchise tag for the 3rd time, Kirk Cousins will make $34.5 million. And continue to just become richer. But Kirk Cousins is one of the most up and down quarterbacks on one of the most up and down teams, which makes the question of is Kirk Cousins a franchise quarterback even harder to decide. In the eyes of some, since taking over the starting quarterback role in 2015, Kirk Cousins has done nothing but broken records and set new goals to a franchise that has started 7 different quarterbacks over the last decade. Even in Kirk Cousins' first season, he led the team to the playoffs against the Green Bay Packers, and even in a losing effort, Kirk Cousins threw the ball for 329 yards and 2 touchdowns. It was his team and the Washington Redskins that let him down with an offensive line that allowed 6 sacks. And even moving to 2016, playing under the franchise tag for the first time, it seemed as if all Kirk Cousins did was break more personal, franchise, and NFL records, and setting new goals for the Washington Redskins, especially seeing how at the end of the season, Kirk Cousins was selected to his first Pro Bowl, almost threw for a 5,000-yard season, and having his name among the elites when it came to completion percentage for the 2nd season in a row. But as we know, stats can be deceiving. And while the Washington Redskins finished the season with an 8-7-1 record, it should have been much better. Starting off with the tie that they suffered to the Cincinnati Bengals, where the Washington Redskins kicker Dustin Hopkins let the Cincinnati Bengals freeze him in a game-winning overtime kick. But honestly, that's not on Kirk Cousins mostly. Against the Carolina Panthers though, statistics definitely lied for Kirk Cousins. While throwing the ball for over 300 yards, he threw for no touchdowns, but an interception, as well as losing a fumble on their own 1-yard line. On top of missed throws, Kirk Cousins also only completed 2 of 11 third down attempts, which was well below their average on the season. Kirk Cousins did take the blame for that game, and at the point, the Washington Redskins were 7-6-1 and could make the playoffs with 2 more wins. And with an easy win over the quarterback-less Chicago Bears, Kirk Cousins faced yet another test. A test that he passed the season before, getting the Washington Redskins to the playoffs. But the New York Giants defense at this time was legit. But Kirk Cousins was supposed to be better. Or so it seemed. The Washington Redskins fans watched in disbelief as Kirk Cousins had a horrible night, filled with bad decisions and no help in an offense and losing effort to the New York Giants, as well as missing the playoffs. So while records were being broken and goals were being set, what mattered most was that last game, and the game really put the question mark on if Kirk Cousins was a franchise quarterback going forward. And while this entire video I've been talking about how stats can lie to us sometimes, a stat that doesn't lie is Kirk Cousins' primetime record. Now this is what puts the exclamation point on if Kirk Cousins is a franchise quarterback. Including this season, Kirk Cousins is 1-8 in primetime games. That's Thursday night, Sunday night, and Monday night, which is not reassuring at all. And while faults can be passed along throughout the entire team, can you really sign a guy that can't win under the spotlight in a big situation, like the New York Giants game back in 2016? And while I do note that the Washington Redskins have been facing massive injuries all season, and even a player walking away from the game of football in training camp with no intention of leaving it before training camp, Kirk Cousins is your team's leader. And sitting at 5-7 right now, it looks as if this is going to be the second consecutive season for Kirk Cousins not leading the Washington Redskins to the playoffs. Kirk Cousins, yet again, is entering the audition stage of his season. And in these last 4 games, 3 of the teams he can actually end up playing for realistically next season. So this is definitely going to be interesting. So since entering the NFL, we've seen Kirk Cousins break records, set goals, and decline but improve over 3 seasons of starting in the NFL. So as a general manager, an owner, a coach, or a fan of the NFL or the Washington Redskins, taking in all of these factors, is Kirk Cousins a franchise quarterback? If you guys did enjoy this video, then make sure to hit that like button. It would be awesome, and subscribe for more NFL videos like this one. Make sure to leave your comments down below on what you guys think about Kirk Cousins throughout his career, and if he is deserving of a long-term contract, or should the Washington Redskins move on. I personally think he is, and the Washington Redskins just have done a poor job of putting a championship caliber team around him, as well as injuries. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning into today's video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!
This is a Chucky beat.